Yeah, so I'm going to be making this video. It's going to be hopefully pretty short, but fitting this paracord, making the paracord sling loop. It's very cost effective, it's very simple, and this is pretty robust, I think, to design with the shrink tube, with the with the shrink tube on it. But anyways, so what we're going to do is you get your 550 cord, right? You don't cut it all the way yet, right? You want to make just the right amount. And some people, they'll put it through like these here, these little spaces in the holes on the, on hand guards, and you can use it with M-lock or whatever, really. But I found the best solution is actually use the pre-existing QD sling swivel socket, because it's one, already aluminum, so it's going to wear out, I think, over time if you use the QD sockets. And two, it's lighter and it's simpler. I think it's just a more common sense approach, especially if you kind of like, if you like that kind of thing, like the DIY or like kind of like IDF kind of stuff. But all right, so what you want to do is you want to get your ends nice and tight. Oops, that's a little bit too much, kind of fraying a little bit. But you want to stick it in there like that, and then you can use your pliers to kind of pull the rest through. Now, I would normally use tweezers, but because I can't find them and this sort of works, I think it'll do just fine. Let me get that. Oh, come on. It's a real pain. Yeah, there it is. Yep, get that through. Then you can run your shrink wrap or shrink tube through there. Now, you don't want to shrink, obviously, the tube yet until you have it the right amount. See, because I can pull more string, more 550 through it if I need it, which I probably will. I'm going to use a pretty liberal amount of 550 on this, so that I don't have a lot of error for mistakes when tying. But now, as you can see, the loop is through there, it's made, right? I'm gonna cut after I make these two even. Let's see. So you want to make these even. You want to cut at the same length. Like so, right? Now you want to put them together, and you want to make this about even. You can actually, when we get done here, I'm probably going to end up moving the knot over to one of these spaces. It won't be able to move or anything, but what it will do is give you enough space to shrink the entire shrink wrap, shrink tube. Keep making that up. But anyways, so you take these two here, and what you want to do is make a little knot like so, like a loop right there. Where you have do that again, like that. For all you who are slow with making knots like I am. And then you're going to draw it taut by doing this. Just bring both ends through. Just like that. Just like that. And make it as close to the shrink tube as you can. So it's going to look like this, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut. We're going to cut these off. Be like, get it right about there, because what you want to do is have enough to cut, but you also want to be able to fray it. Like so. You're gonna fray them out a good bit, because what you want them to do is when you heat these up with your lighter, you want them to kind of mesh together real well. Get those nice and like so. And then take your lighter to it. Gotta get it nice and hot to where they almost start becomes some kind of like hot plastic kind of shit. Then you're gonna do that. You can go back over it a few times if you aren't feeling fully satisfied with the heat job done on it. But that is pretty much done. And now, to use the heat on the tubing. Yeah, we can turn it the other way to kind of get some more of this. And you take care not to bust the tubing once going through that channel there. Should use a heat gun really, but I don't really have one on hand at the moment. At least not anywhere near me. Give it a second to cool. Yeah, that seems to be almost there. Seems to be right about there. So I wouldn't be too worried about it now. And I think that's gonna be our finished product right there. I don't know. I might hit it a few more times with the lighter on the wrap, but I think that is gonna be where we want it. Really wish I had my heat gun for this. Yeah, I think that's the best we're gonna do. But there she is, just like that. Durable, lightweight, strong. Can't really go wrong with it.